Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with 60andMe. Today I'm really excited to share with you the results of our 60andMe survey. We did a community survey. Over 4,000 women replied with their answers to our questions, and we learned so much. And I want to first of all thank you. Thank you every single person that took the time to complete the survey. Your answers and your feedback and your comments are so helpful to us, and I want to share with you the highlights, and we'll probably be putting a link to a summary article at some point, but I just wanted to jump on. I've got a cup of tea this morning. I've got my I've got some matcha green tea because I wanted to take my time with this in a way and share with you the results of this survey, because it was it was personal. And by the way, thank you so much for all the amazing comments that you gave to me personally and to our 60andMe team. The happiness and gratitude for what we do, and I really honestly, it means the world to us. I cannot tell you how beautiful it is to know that we're with you. We've been here for 10 years now, and it seems like a flash of light, in my life. I mean, we've accomplished so much. We have over 500,000 women who come to our website now every month, and we have 200,000 subscribers on YouTube. And we learned a lot. We learned a lot about where you are and what your interests are. First of all, just the breakdown demographically, which I thought was really interesting. It was like 66% of women are between the age of 60 and 61. So 69, and then the balance, like 30-some% were over 70 to 80. And it was a very large number of women into that 70 category, which is interesting because I'm 70 now, 74. And so I can see that we've had a lot of women that have been with us, since the beginning, who are now into their 70s. So that was a very interesting piece of information. I think we have a few over 80 as well, which was wonderful. So that was a very, really good, barometer of our demographic. But also, that one question that we asked, which I absolutely loved, was, how do you feel younger or older than your age? And like 75% said that they felt younger than their actual age. So the age really doesn't make any difference. What it showed to me was that we've got a lot of people that have been with us for 10 years, and only a very small percentage, like about 4%, felt older. I think 19% felt about the same as their age. But anyway, that was a really cool one. When we asked people what were the things that you read on all of our channels most often, the first one was health. And that doesn't surprise me, because as we get older, everything else is sort of in the context of our good health. So health was, I think, 82%. But a lot of people, we had you could choose multiple answers here. A lot of people just like lifestyle. How to adapt to an older lifestyle, how to normalize aging in your world, with your family, with yourself. And so lifestyle was the next one that was big. Mindset, kind of related to that, but it's more about changing your attitude to things, doing new things, starting new businesses, starting new careers or business hobbies, doing new things, changing your mindset from I can't do this because I'm getting older to a positive, I can do this, being relevant, I'm not invisible, or at least being invisible and you control it, which that kind of mindset. That was the next highest one. All those were up in the 70s and 80s. Beauty was high. 50% of you said that beauty was important, beauty and fashion. I was surprised that travel was lower. Maybe it's because of the lack of travel ability the last few years, but it was 45% said travel was important to them and they loved those articles. But when it came to relationships and money, those were the ones that as you would expect. I mean, not so much about adult children. I know we have a lot of conversation about that and about estranged situations, but it was dating and those other kind of financial topics, which probably should be up there higher, realistically, but they were not as popular with our community. So that just is another thing to remember. What the next whole category of questions here, which were so interesting, and this is one that I want to focus on for a minute, because I want to do something about this. When we asked on the survey, how do you reach our content? Where do you go to get content from 60andMe? Almost 70% said the website, 60andme.com. That's where everyone goes to get their content. And when we asked about this, there were other options to give your rating on, YouTube was 33%. I should have my glasses on here. 33%. Yes. So what that means is that a very small percentage of you that are watching this video, because it's going to be on YouTube, are coming to you from YouTube, coming to us from YouTube. People come over from the website, but YouTube is just not as visible to people. People don't know that we have 2,200 some videos now on YouTube on all the topics that we write about on the website. But videos are fun, and I think we have obviously a large number of subscribers, but it goes to show that there's opportunity for more people to come to our YouTube channel. So if you're just watching this because you came from the article, stay here on YouTube for a bit. Have a look at the videos. You can type in almost any word and you will find a video that we've done. I do 4 videos every week. I don't think I need to do more a week, but I do think that we need to promote it more, perhaps on the website or in other ways, so that people know our YouTube channel is a great source of how-tos, how to do things, what tips to do certain things. And they're practical, and they're me talking to you, and it's fun. And we also do YouTube Shorts now. It's a new technique, a new thing that maybe you don't know about, but it's 1-minute videos. And they're just little fun inserts. I pop them in on the days that we don't have a proper 8 or 9, 10-minute video. And so they're 1 minute. In case you just want a little injection of something, of fun, a little hope and playfulness. The shorts are usually, 1 minute is a short time. I can do very few things in that length of time. Anywho, you get the idea that YouTube is a channel that we want people to know about for sure. When we talk about the Facebook group, I think it was a low number, like 20%. Say that that's the main place they go for our for content, and that makes sense. But Facebook is also a great place. When I look at all the other channels around these days, the largest number of older people, 60, I think it's 56%, are on Facebook. So if you're looking to meet new friends and join in conversations with other like-minded people in 60andMe community, Facebook is a good place to go. Very few people know that we're on Instagram. 5%. So that's something to remind you about, because Instagram's fun too. There's short videos under a minute. I think the reels are 1.5 minutes. But again, Instagram is it's an interesting platform, and I'm there. And remember, by the way, that 60andMe on Instagram is 60andMe_. Someone else took the name 60andMe, believe it or not. So 60andMe and then an underscore. That is my Instagram page. So you can go there and have a look at that. I do something every day on Instagram. And then, of course, the final one is TikTok. And Twitter. Very few people go to Twitter, but we do have all of our links to articles and videos on Twitter. But maybe people are not going there as much. But the last one is TikTok. And hardly anybody knows that I'm on TikTok. I'm all by myself. But the cool thing there on TikTok is that I'm talking to younger people, and I'm normalizing aging, and I'm being a 74-year-old woman that's teaching them about how fun it is to be older, and talking about 60andMe, of course, and welcoming you there. It's fun. On TikTok, I don't script anything. It's more casual and fun and playful, and you might find that's something that you're really, really interested in doing. So that's the category of YouTube. This is going to be a little bit longer video than usual, but I'm going to keep going. The question, are you retired? This was one of the biggest revelations to me, because when we asked our community of women, and 4,000, I said, replied, and this is by no way a complete representation. We have 30,000 people 130,000 on Facebook, but 4,000 is a good number for a survey. But anyway, when we asked the question, are you retired? It was 72%. So a lot more of our women than I remembered from previous surveys are considering themselves retired. Now, this may just be they're cut back, or they're working on something their own, like their own blog or their own little business on Etsy or something. But they are 72% are saying that they're retired, and some are planning retirement soon. But it gives us some opportunities for titles for articles that people want. For example, we asked about articles, and people said, how to live in retirement on a budget, how to weather the recessions and economic challenges. And, it's really, what was it? I looking at pets. 46% have pets. And most of those are 34% dogs and 23% cats. I'm looking at my papers here because there's so much information, and I want to just cover the highlights so that you can see what kind of who your friends are here. We talked about different things that people do for exercise. Walking was by far the number one. People went to the gym as a second option. Yoga was very high, almost as a tie with second. Meditation came in as an activity at about the same as yoga. What else? Don't do any exercise at all was only 13%, which I thought was really, really interesting. And I thought that was good. Not many dancing or doing swimming, but we have this information now. We know the kinds of articles that are really important. Walking, people walk. Let's do some more interesting articles on walking, where you can walk, what you can wear, how you can do it with a friend, how you can do a group. Horseback riding was very, very low, but there were some people that did that. So basically, that was kind of the highlights of the survey. I think that the question at the end was the one that I need to do the most work on, which was, what kind of topics do you want us to write about? And I would say that 50% said, you're doing great. Just keep doing what you're doing. And I love that, because that shows me I've got it. We know more or less. And because I'm the same age as you. I mean, I get it. But also there were lots of articles, requests that we need to do, but not as many as I thought. And here's the final note that I'll mention. We have a search bar on YouTube, on our website, and those are places you can go and type in a word, Nordic walking, and an article will pop up. Use that search bar on the top of the website page. It's kind of small, so I'm talking to people about getting it bigger, so it's a bigger search bar so you can really see search, because we've got thousands of articles. And some people said, why don't you do an article on losing a pet? We've probably got 4 articles on that topic. So that would be one thing. And then the other thing, a final thing I would mention, is that a lot of people did not know about some of our services and our products. One, for example, is on the website, we have a games button. It says games, and they're free. And they're all these online games, word games, strategy games, play games, poker games. And you can just play those, and they're free. And that button is on the top of the website. You may just have never noticed it. And if you look along the top, you'll see all the different categories of articles, but that's just one. We also do yoga videos. The yoga videos are free. And again, you can reach those from the website and also on YouTube. So just to let you know that there's a couple of things you may not have known about, probably more. And there was one other thing I was going to mention about, I can't think what it is now, but it was games, it was yoga. Oh, Patreon. It was our Patreon supporters group. Do you know that we have a group, which is a supporters group? So we ask you to give a donation of $3 a month or $1 if you want to just give us some support, or whatever you can afford. It helps us. We don't charge a membership fee, so we love your help there. But and there's women that are getting together in person now. We're meeting up. They're cruising together. They're traveling together. We're doing a little trip in we're here 23 in November from the Patreon group. A small group of women I'm traveling with them to Portugal and Spain, and we are doing things in the Patreon world. So if you want to join us there, it's patreon.com/60andme. So that's kind of just a highlight of the survey. Again, thank you so much for taking the time, if you did, to give us the feedback. And if you didn't do the survey and you want to give us some feedback now, put comments in the section below this video, or there'll be an article on the website at some point. But we'd love your feedback all the time, all year round, anytime. Okay, everybody. So thank you again from the bottom of my heart for all your support and love. Let's get through this 2023 with a smile and go out and shine in the world. And thank you for your feedback on our survey, and we'll do our best to make ourselves even better in 2023. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Take good care, everybody. Lots of love.